Okay, welcome back. I'm going to talk to you briefly about weddings. Okay, first thing about weddings. You need insurance, public liability insurance and business indemnity insurance. Absolutely critical. Basically, I have that. If you're working with somebody who doesn't have those basics insurances, you potentially could have problems if there's a problem with a wedding. Critical. The other thing is I use Canon equipment. So there's a Canon 5D Mark II. That's the same as the camera I'm actually making the video on. You have two cameras the same quality. If the worst came to the worst and you dropped the camera and it didn't work, I have a backup camera. If the worst came to the worst and both cameras failed, I do actually have a third camera. So basically, as you can imagine, I'm actually quite careful with my equipment. The day really starts, I try and start the day at the bride's house. Brilliant, because it relaxes everyone into the day. And I think it's actually better if you get in, have the cup of tea before dresses go on and things like that. It does relax people for the day. That's my own view on it. Try and get to the groom's house if possible, or wherever the groom is, or get to the church early so we can actually get some shots of the groom in the church with the groom's party. Church service or civil ceremony, and then pictures after the ceremony. So try and get a group shot at the ceremony location, because it can be, again, difficult to assemble a group later on. And try and get as many family shots as we can around immediately after the ceremony. I think that's the best time to get all your family shots. It's a little bit difficult later to try and get all those family shots. If there's a scenic location, let's get down to that scenic location and get as many shots as we can. Prior to a wedding, it's great if we can actually meet. And I always do try and meet the bride and groom before a wedding. It does actually make the difference. It does make a difference. Then arriving at the hotel, champagne reception, loads of opportunities for candid shots. Again, try and catch some more family photographs if we can. Arrival into the reception for the meal. That's then when I go and get something to eat. I'm usually a bit tired, I was going to say, at that point in time. Then speeches. Again, great opportunity for reaction shots and candid shots, people laughing, people are more relaxed by the time the meal comes. And then the first dances, and try and get as much coverage of all the first dances, all the different people dancing. The first dances are great actually for black and white shots, I find, because usually the light's quite low, and usually you're relying on the band lights. And they usually have these crazy LED lights with reds, greens and blues. So sometimes it can be quite difficult to control the colour. So it's actually a great opportunity to get some really good, lovely black and white shots, particularly for the first dances. Always we get colour shots as well. So that's my plan for a wedding. You'll see one of the other buttons to my right, or think to your left, we have a photo booth. And I do have a photo booth option where we actually simply set up a photo studio with lights and a background, and we take photographs of all your guests and we actually print them off there and then and give it to them. So that's another option you can actually look at. In one of my other videos, I'm going to talk about albums. So that's it for now. Weddings. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention, have a look at the website. You'll see loads of slideshows, loads of YouTube videos, bits and bobs about weddings, and you'll see most of the pictures I've actually done this year on weddings. So you're very welcome to have a look around the website and get a little bit more information. Any details you want, just email me, ring me, and I'll do my best to answer your queries. So that's it on weddings. Talk to you soon.